In the name of Allah, the most kind and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum class. I'm your general science teacher and today I'm here to teach you the new topic of chapter number 5, that is diseases, cause and their prevention. Our topic of discussion is the diseases caused by the germs, specifically the viral diseases. So what are the germs? These are basically the microorganisms which are of different type and they affect the body and they are dangerous and harmful for the health of living organism. What are the microorganisms? The microorganisms are the living cells which are present all the time everywhere around us in our environment. They can be present in the air, water, earth, in our food items, and even though in our mouth and our hands. So these microorganisms which could not be seen through the normal human eyes, they could only be seen through the microscope. They are causing the infectious diseases. These infectious diseases are caused by microorganisms like bacteria, virus, fungus, worms. Some disease-producing organisms can be seen by the human eye, such as the intestinal worms. There are another type of organisms which are causing the diseases. These are the fungus. They are also responsible for certain type of diseases. Fungus look like the plant, but they don't have roots, stem, leaves, and they can cause the diseases. There are the different diseases which could be caused by the germs. The diseases can be caused by the different type of germs like virus, bacteria, fungus, and worms. These are the example of the viruses. These are the example of the germs which are the disease causing. And today we will start our next topic, that is the viral diseases. So smallpox. What is this smallpox? This is a viral disease and the viral diseases are caused by the viruses. And the most importantly, they don't have any medicines. They are infectious diseases which are spread by the other person by contacting with other person. So they are more dangerous and harmful. Like nowadays, the coronavirus. Why this coronavirus is more dangerous? Because it is a contagious and infectious disease which is spread by the other people contact. So what about the smallpox? The smallpox is an acute infectious disease. Nowadays it is non-existent, mean it was old ages disease. Now it do not exist. It has cured by the vaccination, but still the virus has been preserved in the different experimental laboratories like in the South Africa, Russia, the Great Britain and the America for the different experiments and the further researches. The different symptoms of the smallpox could include the acute fever, the headache, the backache, the vomiting. These are the certain symptoms which are start appearing when someone got the smallpox disease. And also the fits which often occur in the children's and that are the more dangerous as they can affect their nervous system or the other body parts. It can damage to that. On the third and the fourth day of fever, spots may occur on the arms and legs. As these is the visual appearance of the smallpox, they appear like this in the body of the organism. So after the fever, third to fourth day, this type of spots start appearing on the body. They are more painful and they look so ugly. It was the most painful disease of its time. So it attacked on all the ages and on both sexes. Like it can affect to the men and the women equally, and can affect to the children, to the young, to the old ages. The one attack of smallpox may produce immunity for the whole life, and the second attack is very rare. The thing is that if a person has been survived by the attack of smallpox, it will develop immunity in the body, so the body will develop immune system against that invading virus, and it will fight with that virus for the next time. So how it could be spread? The spread could be by the coughing, by sneezing and talking to the patient, and thus enter through the respiratory tract of healthy people. As I have told you, that the smallpox is an infectious disease, so it can be spread by the person to person, by coughing, by sneezing, and even to talking to the patient. As I have told that smallpox is a viral disease. So viral diseases could not be cured with the medicine, not even with the antibiotics. They could only be treated with the help of prevention and by the vaccination that could help in the case of viral diseases. So smallpox vaccination is induced in the body to prevent the attack. The next is poliomyelitis. What is this? This is also a viral disease which in normal terms go by the name of polio. It is extremely contagious viral infection which directly attack the nervous system. All those diseases, all those viruses which attack on nervous system, they are more dangerous and they cause the death often. So you all have heard about the polio, and you have seen the cases of polio in your surrounding, that they have the paralyzed part of their body that could not regenerate for the whole life. So let's study about the polio. It is very common in the children below the 2 year of age. That's why the small children are always given the vaccination of polio. So everyone should deliver their children with the polio drops so they might don't get the poliomyelitis. Polio attack on the infectious or people human alimentary canal. It is the infection of human alimentary canal. Alimentary canal mean through our esophagus or through our food pipe tract. This virus is being transferred and get entry into the body by the eatable and the water. Like this virus is present in the eatable things in the environment and in the water. If it is transferred through the alimentary canal into the body, it start attacking the central nervous system. When it will paralyze the brain, it will definitely paralyze the certain part of body. That mostly could be the muscles, like you can say the legs and the limb. Symptom could be the patient feels like cold and fever when it is attacked by the poliovirus, the vomiting and the pain of muscles, severe cases paralysis occur. But usually, as these symptoms like vomiting, cold, and fever are general symptom for any other diseases, so it might be unrecognized or undiscovered. That's why it lead to the dangerous level where it will cause the paralysis. It is also a viral disease, so no medicine, no treatment, only exercise and the balanced diet can strengthen the other muscles to avoid the paralysis of the other muscles. Poliomyelitis may paralyze one or the both legs, which cause weakness and retard the growth of limbs. When paralysis occur of poliomyelitis occur, then no medicine can cure it. Antibiotics are also of no help. Only the vaccination before the onset of disease could help in this case. You can see some symptoms of the poliomyelitis, that could be the sore throat, the nausea, the fever, headache, tiredness, and stomach pain. A smaller proportion of the people with polio will develop other more serious symptoms that affect the brain and spinal cord. As this virus firstly attack on the central nervous system and start paralyzing the brain, so it will take control in itself. The precaution to prevent the polio are only that the sick child should be isolated and the polio vaccination. Polio vaccination is most important to prevent our children, to prevent our nation. So everyone must have awareness about the polio. Polio vaccination is must, especially in those areas where the poliomyelitis virus still exists. The expanded program on the immunization in Pakistan, a milestone in the polio vaccination. This was all about the polio and the smallpox. I hope you have cleared all the points.